Alright, I'm officially recording with the new mic. I'm here at Parkway, find an open lot or whatever. Gonna show you how to ride a motorcycle. This is my 2007 Yamaha R6. I have it for like, I want to say like 4 months maybe. It has a few cosmetic damages, but nothing too serious. Like the plastic, it's all good. It's just like small things like this right here. It's cracked right here, and then this dent right here. I don't know how it happened. This thing right here too. This part plastic, but I don't know. The bike still looks good. Right here, some damage right here. This is cracked, or I guess wobbly. And then I dropped it once, messed up the frame sliders. Okay, I'm gonna teach you how to ride. This side right here, there's a clutch. The clutch lever, you pull it in, pull it out, or let it out, whatever. Clutch, the front brake. So if you squeeze this, obviously, you know, your front brake's gonna brake. And then the right side of the bike, this is your rear brake. So you click that and your rear tire brakes. And this is the gear shifter right here. I put one of these. It's like a gear shifter sock or whatever. I don't know how to call it. If I didn't have this on and I was wearing like nice shoes like these or whatever, Jordans, it would leave like a black stain on it. And on my Nike Air Maxes, I wear them. And it was the only shoes I had at the moment. Well, not the only shoes, but I was working out of town, and it was the shoes I had over there. I didn't have this, and I used my shoes, and it just left like a really black mark right here, right on the tip from going up and up with the gear shifters. So I put this thing on, and I've been riding with all kinds of Jordans, expensive Jordans too, and it hasn't left a black mark. So I'm really happy I got it. It's from Ride Rich right here. I don't know if you can see that. Ride Rich. I have Ride Rich decal right here. Looks beautiful. I love riding. I don't know how to do a wheelie, but I don't know. I love the sticker. But yeah, this basically just the small things about it. Brake, the front brake on that side, clutch on this side, gear shifter, and brake. So your whole right hand side is all brakes or whatever, and then clutch and gear shifter. I'm gonna turn it on. It's already warmed up. Okay, so there's two different types of turning on the bike. First one, well, obviously you turn the key, if I can. All right, there it goes. It's on. Okay, so the first way, you put the bike in neutral. So let's say it's in gear. Oh, I can't put it in gear now. Okay, let's say it's in gear. You put it in neutral. So you hold in the clutch and put it in neutral. And when the green light turns on, I don't know if you guys can see that green light means you're on neutral. Then you just turn on the kill switch. You don't have to hold the brake, but just in case you hold it in. And it starts right up. I have when I bought it, the bike was stock, and I purchased the MJS headers, MJS racing headers, and then the M4 Street Slayer. Basically running illegal, but oh well. It doesn't have a cat, that's why. about it is that it pops. Like any motorcycle that pops, I just love it. Like it's just the best like sound in the world, especially when you're riding, like let's say in 5th gear or 6th gear, and you're slowing down, and you let go of the gas, and then you barely give it gas, and it just starts backfiring. It's like the best sound you could ever hear. Okay, so that was the first way to turn on the bike, and the second way, let's say you're in gear. Okay, I'm in gear right now, which is 1. Let me move my phone from right here. Okay, so I'm in gear. If you're in gear, you hold in the clutch, and obviously you have to hold the brake. Well, I have my kickstand. In my bike, on this bike, if I have my kickstand down, it won't turn on. So right now it's down. If you can see that, it's down. Turn on the kill switch. See, I'm pressing it and it doesn't turn on. So I have to put it up, hold into everything, and turn it on. And there it goes. It's on. Alright, so the main thing, I guess you click the video or you're watching the video. Okay, so when you're taking off, this is your clutch. So if you let it go slowly, the bike is gonna go forward, and then you brake or whatever. And the way I've seen videos, or the way I learn, is just keep practicing where it starts to move. That way you get the feel of like where the clutch, I guess, where the bike takes off like with the clutch. So just keep going. And right now I'm not pushing it with my feet. I'm just letting go of the clutch, and it's just doing that by itself. And just keep practicing until you like feel where I think it's called the disengagement point or something like that. I don't know. I'm not good with big words, but you know what I mean. And just keep doing that. And obviously I'm using my front brake, that way I don't have to keep putting on my foot. Or you just keep finding that point. And once you feel comfortable with your clutch on the bike, because every bike is different. Every bike could be way over here, or this one could be way back here. Just keep practicing on whichever bike you get. And once you find that, you just give it a little bit of gas, and you just take off. And then you let go of the clutch completely. So I'm gonna stop right here and do it again. And this is a 600cc, and most people start on 300s, most people start on 500s, but I started on a 500. I practiced on it for like a couple months. I don't know exactly, but I practiced on there. I was just riding around my neighborhood. I never took it out on the streets. One reason, it didn't have a license plate, and the second reason, I didn't feel comfortable. But this is 600. If you gas it too much, you can either wheelie it like on accident because it has so much power, or I don't know, burn out or something. But like me, obviously y'all can see I'm a skinny guy, and this bike weighs like 400 pounds. I felt comfortable riding this bike. At first I was scared. My dad, when I bought it, I'm gonna turn it off because y'all probably can't hear me. But I've been looking for bikes for a while, and I saw this bike on Craigslist, and it was cheap for an R6, this color, and I guess somewhat good condition. I mean, the only thing is probably this, and just small plastics broken. But I saw in my favorite colors, reds, and I instantly fell in love. Like, it was like love at first sight. And saving up, and I told the guy, I was like, hey, I'll buy the bike from you if you keep it for me. And he did. And like a week later, because I was working out of town, I was like, hey, I'll buy the bike if you like hold it for me. That way, nobody else could buy it from you. I'm currently out of town, and I'm gonna be in town next week. And sure thing, he did. and I didn't lowball him, cause you know, he stayed with his word. He actually kept the bike for me throughout that whole week, and you know, the bike was in good condition. He cleaned it or whatever. So I bought it, and it was like 40 minutes from my house. And this is a 600cc, so if you don't feel comfortable, or if, like, I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable, so my dad rode it home. And just looking at him pass by me when I was in the truck, I was like, damn, like, that's actually my bike, and I'm gonna be riding that around town. And I was just so happy. But once we brought it home, I practiced a little bit. I was going easy on it because I know it's like really powerful. And so I was riding and everything, and here I am riding on the freeway and riding through the streets and going like 30-40 minutes away from my house, or an hour, and just enjoying this bike. This bike is just, it's my baby. Alright, so back to riding. Okay, you have to let the lights go on. But yeah, that's basically just it. I mean, just the clutch, your front brake, your back brake, and the gear shifter back here. And just practice. If you don't feel comfortable going out to the streets yet, just don't go. Like, I don't see what's the point of it. I mean, I know you want to show off your bike or whatever, but it's better to get used to your bike instead of going out to the street, not feeling comfortable riding, and then you end up stalling at a red light. And that's like the most embarrassing thing ever. I've only stalled this bike 2 times. The first time, it was at a red light. I wasn't paying attention. It was red, and I looked down for something, or I was looking to the sides, and I look up and the light turned green, so I immediately got the clutch downshifted, and I didn't let go of the clutch, or I let go of the clutch too fast, and the bike turned off. I was like, oh snap, and I immediately grabbed everything, turned it on, and took off slowly. Like, I took my time and took off slowly, and thank God the guy behind me didn't rear end me. But those are the things that could happen. Like, people are in a rush, they don't know about, I guess, like the motorcycles, they have to let go of the clutch and gas it, and it takes off. But man, the second time, I was in my front yard, and I was turning my bike around, and I was in the grass, and I was giving it throttle, but like the grass was like really like thick or whatever, so it wasn't like moving, and I had let go of the clutch too soon, and it turned off. But other than that, like at other red lights or whatever, like I just take off easily because I already know where my clutch is. You see, that's the clutch itself. Like, I haven't given it no gas. That's the clutch itself. But yeah, once you have that, then you just give it a little bit of gas and practice going in circles, or practice going back and forth on the street, or you know, whatever. This is the area where I first learned how to ride a bike. This is where I brought my 500cc bike, and this is where I practiced, where my dad taught me. It was pretty fun. I was kind of scared at times. It took me literally like when I was first starting off, and he was telling me about the clutch, I stalled maybe like 40 times trying to take off. Like, I kept letting go of the clutch too fast, and I wasn't giving it gas. So that's like the 2 biggest mistakes. But I just kept getting frustrated, and I couldn't take off. And I finally gave it more gas, and, you know, let go of the clutch slower, and I finally took off, and I was just going in circles around this parking lot. And yeah, it was pretty, I guess, hard to learn ish, somewhat, if you actually pay attention and, you know, you're interested in riding. But it's not that bad.